Hi everyone, welcome to a session on dynamic casting. In the last video, we saw about three other types of casting, that is the static cast, the reinterpret cast, and the cons cast. In this video, let us take a look on dynamic casting. So, what is dynamic casting? So, dynamic casting is a casting operator in C++ that is used to cast between class types in a class hierarchy. That is, the primary use of dynamic casting is to safely downcast cast a base class pointer or reference to a derived class pointer or reference. So, but however, it can also be used for upcasting. There's no issue with that. And since dynamic casting checks the validity of a cast during the runtime, it is a bit slower than static casting. To gain more clarity on an understanding of how a dynamic cast works, let us look at an example code. So consider this the following code. We have a base class named parent and two derived classes under public derivation, that is child1 and child2 respectively. In the main program, we are creating a we're dynamically creating an object of type child1, and it is being pointed to by pointer a that is also of type child1. Then we are performing implicit upcasting, that is we are making a pointer actually child1 of type parent to point to an object a that is of type child1. Then we're doing the same thing again, but with an object of type child2 that is being pointed to by the pointer actually child2. So basically actually child1 points to an object of type child1, and actually child2 points to an object of type child2, and both of these are of types parent. So now consider these two lines of code. The first line, child1 star x is equal to child1 star actually child1. So we are basically trying to reverse the upcasting that we did. That is, we are downcasting basically, and this should pretty much work because it's reasonable to do this because actually child1 points to an object of type child1, and we are just trying to make a pointer of type of the same type to point to it, and this should work. And child1 star y is equal to child1 star actually child2. Now this is not something that is reasonable because actually child2 is basically pointing to an object of type child2, and we are trying to make a pointer of type child1 point to an object of type child2, and this is dangerous. I say it's dangerous because sometimes it might work as long as, like, say child1 and child2 has functions with the same name, or there is a function parent, it might work. And like, but there are cases wherein, like, say there is a data member or a member function that is unique to child1 and not child2, then the program might crash, and that is not something we would want. We could overcome this using dynamic casting. Let's see how. So consider this modified piece of code now. So like, the only addition here is that we have a virtual function, that is to perform dynamic casting, the base class should have at least one virtual function. We'll look at why we need this later. And yeah, so the last example we saw that the first one was actually reasonable and that should work. However, when a code like that of the second one that we saw was not reasonable and that shouldn't work. So here we are performing dynamic casting, child1 star x is equal to dynamic cast child1 star actually child1. So for the first one, we would want this to work. That is, we should we need a casting success. And for the second one, we don't want this to work because we are trying a pointer of different type to point to another class on the same hierarchy level. So this should not work. So we want a casting error here. So basically, dynamic cast returns, if it is successful, returns what we wanted to return, or if it was a failure, it returns a null value. So let us run this piece of code and see what happens. Awesome. So we are getting a casting success on the first one and a casting error in the second one, just like how we wanted. So this is basically what dynamic cast does. It acts as a safety net for us to downcast. Moving on, let us see. Okay, so Okay. So we saw that to use dynamic casting, there should at least be one virtual function in the base class. Now, talking about why we need this. So the compiler, in order to differentiate between the two lines of code that we just saw, the one which made sense and the other one which did not make any sense. So compilers are not intuitive and they use something called as the RTTI to help verify that. The RTTI is nothing but it's the runtime type information. That is, it is a mechanism that exposes information about an object's data type at runtime. And like it does so with the help of a virtual table, and we know that classes that has virtual functions are the only ones that has a virtual table, and that was the only reason that we needed a virtual function in the base class. Now, it might look as though this is a limitation, but it's practically not, because say when we are upcasting or when we are downcasting between classes on a class hierarchy, we would in the case of upcasting, we would anyway need a virtual destructor in the base class to allow objects of the derived class to perform a proper deallocation of memory if they are deleted using a base pointer. So we'll have a virtual destructor anyway, and it is hence not a limitation. So this is the basics of what dynamic casting is, and my partner Sukumar will be explaining more on overloading of the new and delete operators. Thank you.